still have so much work to do. I have to, it takes a few days to like work into the Etsy algorithm. Tell me that is not just absolutely gorgeous. Some of my favorites. But you can see those lines in the designs. We need to get rid of those. Some may call them Disney adults. Today is an exciting day. We are done with all of the admin, silly little tasks, logos, imagery, branding, all of that identity stuff is done. I now get to work on the fun part. I get to experiment with my printer, bust out the Cricut for the first time in a really long time, and figure out how everything's gonna work. I probably need new blades for my Cricut. I probably need to re-download Cricut Makerspace on my computer. I probably have a long list of to-dos before I actually get to do. Today is Saturday, so I have a ton of time to work on stuff. This is kind of like the day that I have the most time to work on stuff. My husband outside right now is putting up our pool in the backyard. I'm so excited. Here in Colorado, we don't really do like year-round in-ground pools, obviously, because we would get to use them for like 8 weeks out of the year max if we're lucky. So Santa brought us a really cool above ground pool that's big enough for everybody to actually swim in, including my bigs. So I'm really excited. We get a chance to cool off. It actually hasn't been that warm the past couple days. It's actually been really cold and rainy. So, but when it does get hot, we will be ready. And you will catch me by the pool all summer long. These are my little babies. I already have plans to do a few more, but the ones that I have now, I'm really proud of. I'm super excited to see them laid out in front of me. I'm excited to see them on water bottles, on whatever, laptops, whatever. Now, I will say, these designs are like a very specific crowd. Some may call them Disney adults. I would never use such a derogatory term. They're just for adults who love whimsy. They're for adults who love collectibles at an affordable price point. They're for adults who are fun, okay? Don't worry about people who say that you're a Disney adult. So am I, so. You definitely don't have to use a laminator machine. I'm not going to today. It's probably not something that I'm going to invest in for a while, like probably until sales require that. It's not going to take me that much time to hand make what I need to because my stock is going to be so small. If you're just making like small batches, hand laminating them is totally fine. I have a printer that I find to be like is really common. It's the Epson EcoTank ET2850, I believe. I can't see across the room, so sorry. But I find the Epson EcoTanks to be like incredible. It is genuinely the first printer in my life that hasn't broken in a year or less. I've been using this one for 2 years, I think, for homeschooling. So we have printed probably at this point thousands of pages. When we do maintenance in a little bit in the video, it will tell us how many pages I've printed. It works perfectly, flawlessly. You pour the ink into it rather than buying a new cartridge, and I find that to just be so much more affordable. I feel like it either uses a lot less ink or they were like scamming us to make us believe that we needed new cartridges. I love it. Highly recommend. One of the things that I still have to do, and I have to charge my iPad in order to do it, is to create a edge on all of these designs. So right now the designs are kind of like free floating, and they have a transparent background. We need to make a background for them that's white that the Cricut will know to cut around. It's a matter of like a couple buttons. You don't have to hand draw the background. You can just It'd be nice, I guess, if I had like a few in stock just in case I do start making sales kind of quickly, but I'm not necessarily anticipating that. It takes a few days to like work into the Etsy algorithm, so I'm not too worried about having too much stock on hand right now. Open her up. So I just kind of wanted to print on a normal sheet of paper to see if it would come out okay. And it looks like I need to do some printer maintenance. I don't know if you can see because they're just barely visible, but you can see those lines in the designs. We need to get rid of those. I find that this method works totally fine. It's maybe a little bit of extra work, but while you're in the beginning stages, or if you're just kind of making like small batch stuff for fun, you totally don't need to buy a laminator. So, ooh, the wind is going crazy outside. Oh my gosh. I know I'm using sewing scissors. Don't yell at me. These are the scissors that I love. They literally cut everything. I hope you can see the different finishes in this light. I know it's not super bright right now, but I think for this design, I'm going to use this one. It's like starry. It is so pretty. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I can't wait to see how they come out. That is not just absolutely gorgeous. kind of my stopping point for today. I have two different sizes of these because I decided that this one was too big. Couple of each, some of my favorites, and then I'll keep working on them this week. I think I'm going to offer the two different sizes all the time. I was worried that in this smaller one you would lose detail, but I kind of don't think you do. But really, ultimately, I felt like this one was just probably too big for some people. If you can kind of see, it's like, you know, bigger than my palm. So it's pretty big, but, you know, for the people who want the detail, it is worth it. Just because you can really see all the little details of that one. Small world. And then, of course, another iteration of the Popcorn Bucket Loyalist. Tell me if you like this one with the glittery laminate, because I'm not sure if I want to keep this one glittery. I kind of like it like that, but I may kind of want to do it with just a plain laminate too. I'm not really sure. So just felt like this one was like kind of like a prize or like an award, but maybe it kind of takes away from it. I'm not sure. Tell me what you think. I can totally switch it up, or maybe I can just offer both. So I guess kind of like an option two would be to offer any or all of these with the different laminates if you wanted to, since probably a lot of these are going to be made to order. Anyway, this is just like half of the designs. I'll do the rest on another day. That's a lot of progress. I feel pretty good. I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm gonna launch these probably next week, which feels doable. Like, that feels really doable. I can get product photography done in that time, maybe a few little videos, maybe a few short form videos for Instagram and TikTok. But I think these are like my favorite. I just love them. I think they're so cute. And I feel like they look really good with the glitter. What do you call this? I don't even know what this pattern is, but I love these. I just like, these are like my favorite. This one, I have to let dry for a minute because it has these dark colors on here, and the ears are especially going to take a minute to dry, so we'll let that dry for. If you're curious, the book is The Wind-Up Girl by Paolo. I'm sorry, Paolo. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce your name after this long day. But the first book was The Water Knife, and they are both so good. He has kind of like an incredible way of writing where the characters feel completely separate at the beginning, and you're wondering the entire time like how they're gonna come together and like what they have to do with one another. And then in like the last, 100 pages or so, he brings it all together, and you're just like, and then you're like ravenously finishing this book because it's so good. So I'm gonna try to finish it. We'll see how far we get. I do a flat self-laminating, or do I do the starry for this? This is Space Mountain. I mean, tell me what I should do. Would you like this better if the Space Mountain was covered in stars? These look like stars to me. Or would you prefer it if it was just like a regular vinyl sticker? The baby is at least attempting to go down for his first nap of the day, and I'm going to try to finish up the stock that I want to have ready for launching, and then probably gonna end the vlog because I'm going to get ready for the actual launch. I still have so much work to do. I have to take the product photography, list everything, make videos, make short form videos. Is that it? Okay, maybe that's not as much work as I thought. Okay, I'm just being a whiner. That's actually not that much. I stayed up late last night to read and watch the season finale of Euphoria, which I didn't realize was 2 hours long until I was already halfway through, and I was like, this can't be the end. And then I looked and the episode was only halfway through, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is already almost midnight. So I am exhausted and I don't really feel like doing it, but I really want to launch on Monday next week, so I have some things to get done before then. So before I do all that though, I'm going to jump with my 5-year-old on the trampoline, because what better way to start a Monday than to go out and jump? I mean, one final design that I'm gonna print and prep. It's this Dole Whip one, which I'm obsessed with this one. These iterations, I'm just doing with a plain sheet of vinyl, but I have a balanced diet and fruit technically. And then I'm just gonna do a couple more of these just because I wanted to fill up space so I'm not wasting like an entire sheet. Being the ones that I think might sell a little bit better, I'm just prepping a little bit more of those. So I don't really know what those are going to be yet, and I won't know until, you know, I launch and start selling. But I don't know, I guess it's kind of more just like my favorites I'm prepping more of because I hope that they sell well, I guess. I'm a little nervous for this cut because it didn't seem like it was reading the right line. Okay, it's doing fine. Yeah, like it's off. So I think that this glitter paper is just really, really hard for it to read, and I don't know why it struggles so much even with the tape, but it just really does. I don't know. I'm nervous, I'm nervous, I'm nervous.